and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. This is season 5, episode 23, coming at you from your very own MetaVerse bubble. That's right, you're in the MetaVerse. Boop, 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 boop.
Bip, bip, bip. That's right. Mark Zuckerberg gave us $10 billion to be a MetaVerse exclusive podcast. So that's what we're doing, which is kind of weird. What?
I am so glad that these people joined our MetaVerse group page. They can get all of the subscription services that we offer.
Well, the thing is, we're gonna be able to put the podcast out everywhere that we normally put it out, but the trick is we're recording it within the MetaVerse. That's right. We got things zooming by. I got ads just up my wahoo. We're getting crazy. I feel like
I mostly have angry white people.
Oh wow! See, you're on a different side of the verse, because I'm sitting here and I feel like a race car driver because I just have ads plastered all over my body.
Oh, that is nice. You're wearing your jumpsuit too?
Well, yeah, except it's also very Russian in nature. And I hear some weird dudes talking about rigging elections or something.
Oh, yeah, no, we got them too, but they're mostly angry white dudes.
Oh yeah, they like to do that.
Got a lot of people on their digital fences yelling at each other over here.
Yeah, that happens. I mean,
did you know that you can build your own wall to any height in the metaverse?
Any height?
Yeah.
So I can keep out all the ethnicities that I don't agree with?
That's true.
All right, we gotta knock those white people back. Keep them down. I'm gonna build a wall just around me and Bilo. Bilo and I will be super secure.
Oh, that's really good, Eric. You got to make sure that wall is extra high, because despite them disliking minorities over here, they seem to like lizard people, and that's been bothering me a whole lot. Like, they got that green skin and them weird eyes.
Well, that's also very, very scary for poor Bilo, because he is, one, he's going to climb this wall no matter what. The only thing keeping him down is his massive hamster balls, and and I got to keep those lizard people out, because they will definitely try to eat our executive producer.
Oh, yeah, no, they just keep electing lizards over here, and I don't understand why. I mean, presumably because, could you imagine if the wrong lizard was elected?
I couldn't, but I do really want a short story from Canada about different progressive parties within my metaverse.
Oh yeah, me too. That'd be great. Ooh, wow, look, Eric, that is oh no. Ooh, that's bad.
Uh-oh, what's going on? What happened?
Oh, it got I was driving by one of the anti-Semitic neighborhoods in the metaverse.
Whoa, don't go anywhere near those.
Yeah, they're not good.
Those are just cesspools within cesspools. I'm talking over in my side of the metaverse, we drained the swamp, but we sort of piped it all right into that area. So it's murky over there.
Well, see, I was trying to go to one of the biker gangs, which are actually filled with very nice and caring people, and I just went by a whole bunch of neo-Nazis. It was real bad.
Oh,
the bikers are really upset that the neo-Nazis are dragging their good name under the rear tire, if you will.
I mean, what I don't understand about neo-Nazis, not to get anything crazy here, is like it's crazy how much of a population and like overlap there is between the Nazi party and people who play Neopets, man.
Yeah, that is true. Also, for people calling themselves new Nazis, they seem to have a lot of old Nazi ideas. Just saying.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty valid.
All right, Nick. Well, we got to move on to our main topic.
That's right. We got. Oh my God, we have a spicy one coming at you. It is very hot on the internet right now. Within the metaverse, you don't even know. But it's trending on something. It's we're talking about athletics at the 1920 Summer Olympics. And of course, I'm talking about specifically the men's 10-kilometer walk.
Wow, Eric. Now the 10-kilometer walk, that is arduous. Weren't the 1920 Summer Olympics in the Ukraine?
I wouldn't go that far because they were held in Antwerp.
Oh, Belgium.
So Belgium.
Is that Belgium?
Yeah, it's Belgium.
Not Dutch. They hate that when you call them, especially on the bicycle rides. Trust me, I know.
Oh, no, it's just they called it something fancy in Dutch. The Dutch names were the Spelen van de Wiel Olympiade, which, of course, very different from the 1920 Summer Olympics.
If you say so. Anyway, they had to walk 10 kilometers in the hot, baking Antwerp sun. I mean, Antwerp is known famously for being a grueling place to walk.
And Alex, do you know what's disgusting? They weren't allowed to have any waffles on their walk.
How? What?
So you're walking down through beautiful Belgium and no waffles. You weren't allowed to stop, sit, enjoy a cafe and a waffle, even while you're walking around beautiful downtown Belgium.
See, Eric, I was rewatching a bunch of old Olympic footage in order to make myself a better athlete, and even the 100-meter sprinters had waffles. They got them right there at the start line.
Exactly. But I heard it was actually a ploy by the Dutch because they were jealous that their Stroop waffles weren't also promoted. So I believe the Dutch actually sabotaged the event.
Oh, I know why. The Dutch, they brought Stroop waffles to the waffle throwing competition. It's just like discus throw, but with Federation Belgian waffles.
With delicious, tasty pastries.
Exactly. And they brought their Dutch Stroop waffles over, and they were disqualified. And so they had to make the whole stick.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that. That's just absolutely absurd. Alex, do you know what's crazy about this race, though?
What's so crazy about this race, Eric?
23 walkers were walking that day, and across 13 different nations.
That's impressive representation.
Especially because guess who won?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it was the only Nikolai Tesla.
It was not. Although I believe he was actually he shocked the person who did win. And gave him a little extra boost. But no, it was a crazy. I'm still floored by this, but it was someone you wouldn't expect to enjoy race walking. They're much more of a casual people, as well as enjoying Belgian waffles. That being Ugo Frigerio of Italy.
Oh, wow. That is surprising, Eric. I thought it was going to be a young Churchill, but I know that he loved race walking.
Well, the young Churchill came in third, going by the name of Charles Gunn from Great Britain. I mean, not Great Britain, Great Britain. But he actually is related to Churchill in the sense that both Churchill's last name starts with a ch, and his first name starts with a ch.
Yeah, that's true. That's how you know you're related by blood in Great Britain.
It's, I mean, that and their teeth had the same sort of weird knockers into them.
Well, they both inherited that from Charlie of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory fame. It's all the sugar, bad for the teeth.
Grandpa Joe, still that lazy son of a gun. But yep.
Oh, off camera, you saw what happened to Grandpa Joe, right?
I mean, didn't he explode due to his rampant gambling addiction?
No, actually. He was imprisoned 30 years later.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, that'd be much later. 10 years later, he was
he
in
definitely
prison.
He did not make it 30 more years.
Yeah, another 10 years later, he was imprisoned for. Well, actually, Grandpa Joe looks really old. You'd think he's had a hard life. He's actually 45.
Oh, it's all the smoking and sugar that he's been doing, right?
Yeah, and he's not Grandpa Joe.
I heard that he smokes those pixie sticks, man.
You're not supposed to do that. Anyway, 10 years later, caught for embezzlement, embezzling money in Argentina, where he escaped to.
I'd believe it. Grandpa Joe, he was up to no good. I mean, he just wanted to use Charlie for his golden ticket, and honestly didn't care. I heard that he never even wished old Charlie a happy birthday.
Man, that is unfortunate. Well, Eric, do you want to move on to the news from what was definitely our main topic there?
Yeah, I mean, the 1920 Summer Olympics, very, very hot right now, man.
Not just the 1920 Summer Olympics, because most of them are pretty passé. We're talking about only the most exciting of events, the 10K race walk.
Well, duh. I mean, my man was able to walk 10K in 48 minutes.
Wow, that is something I don't think I could do. I might not be able to even run 10K in 48 minutes, honestly. Although running would be
not with all
faster.
the waffle stops, that's for sure.
That's true. Eric, an Italian might have run the race walk, but who won the race war? Actually, don't answer that. I'm telling you, Eric, it's the MetaVerse. I'm telling you, it's the MetaVerse.
Surprisingly enough, it was the Italians again.
Oh, in a double whammy.
They just started, making crazy hand gestures, and somehow the pasta sauce got all over the other guys.
Oh man, that is we're gonna get off that topic and into the next segment on this podcast, which is
it's the news. If
I was better at editing, I would have put in a news thing there, but we both know I'm not going to.
You don't need to do that. Our fans don't deserve it.
You're right. Hot off the presses, Eric. Coming right out of not yet snowy Boston. No holiday tree, lights, or music at Faneuil Hall this year, Eric.
No. Nothing?
Yeah.
Do these people, do they hate happiness?
Yes, Eric. I'm getting this right now. I know we're in the MetaVerse. This is the war on Christmas. This is what it looks like.
Oh my gosh. Next thing you know it, Starbucks is going to be having, not festive Christmas stuff, man.
Oh, they're going to be, sneaking little Star of Davids onto those Christmas cups, Eric. It's all over. I'm saying happy holidays.
Alex, you got to keep your voice down. I heard you're very close to that neo-Nazi community.
Oh, yeah. Digital beating is still real in my heart.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else can we talk about? So no holiday stuff whatsoever?
That's right. They're saying COVID, we don't want people to be spreading it around. It's still everywhere. You got COVID on everything. Apparently the deer have COVID.
I don't know. I personally don't understand that. Because now instead of going out to Faneuil Hall and having their good, happy times, they're all going to be inside other people's homes where the holiday nog bowl is just going to be out. Everyone's going to be, spiking it with, their spit and whatnot. And I think COVID's going to get spread regardless. Especially
Eric,
during the holidays.
I know Boston because I live near it now. They are, regardless of what's going on at Faneuil Hall, every single one of them will be packed into the bars like every Christmas, trying to forget.
That's very true. And then picking up some Chinese takeout on their way out.
And Corona, yeah, exactly. They're gonna have a bottle of Corona in one hand, the coronavirus in the other, and then they're gonna go get Chinese takeout. Ironically,
that sounds quite Bostonian. All while rooting for the Bruins to, win.
Oh, kick those Canucks back to Canada, bet your bum they're going to, eh?
Yeah, said the man with a Canadian accent.
Hey, man, just north of Boston, okay? I'm not in there. Yeah, I'm just reporting from on, the weekends.
That's fair. That's fair. I can respect our good old reporters down there. Let's see. What else? But yeah, Alex, talking about the holidays, they're coming up, man. I heard we got shipping shortages, so I'm personally worried that I'm gonna walk into Hanny's, my beautiful Hannafords, and I'm not gonna be able to get holiday nog.
Holiday nog, that brings nothing quite.
That brings me joy.
That you're saving money like holiday nog.
Do you know what I find really weird? Eggs in a beverage. It's kind of wacky. That's why I only like my nogs with the best of holidays. Exactly. And no, I did not say hollandaise. Hollandaise nog is very different, also delicious, but very different.
Hollandaise nog has eggs in it, though. That's the problem.
It is, and it's nogs are particular, and they're a finicky bunch. But
speaking of pinching pennies, we got some more news out of Vermont. One Bernie Sanders says, "Nit, nit, nit, Mr. Pentagon budget vote. That is too much money to spend on the military, so I officially hate Bernie Sanders." Oh, my department safe? Oh, never mind. The Pentagon budget bad. Boo.
Well, Alex, if the Pentagon is so good, why haven't they found the hexagon yet?
That's true. Well, we're working on that. I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, but they're working on it. It's going to be in the
Okay, I
cyber.
mean, that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, everyone's like Pentagon this, Pentagon that, but we don't even know what's going on in the hexagon.
Well, the
I don't even
sixth
want to
side
know
is
how much
digital,
money they're
Eric.
getting. Oh,
It faces space, and it's
oh
run by the
dear.
Space Force.
Oh no.
Yep. And you want to know where it lives, Eric?
I'm a little scared.
They're going to build it in the metaverse.
But that's where we are, Alex.
Oh yeah, it's a bad place to build, which is why it needs a Pentagon side to straighten it out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But no, that's actually a very valid point. Like, the Pentagon is technically it's in 3D space. You know how I dislike 3D space, of course.
Oh yeah, you hate that stuff.
That stuff, that not in my metaverse, that's for sure. Right, Bilo? That's right. We
Pretty
are
sure that got cut from the last episode, by the way.
Oh, well, to all our listeners out there, last week I ranted about 3D and 2D, and I mean, I didn't listen
went
to the
over
podcast.
Is what happened.
We sure did, and we're gonna do it again, Alex.
Okay.
But if the Pentagon has 5 sides on the outside, what's going on the top and the bottom, and even on the inside? Like, there's more than five walls in the Pentagon. So
I have bad news for you, Eric.
What?
The Pentagon is actually a pentagonal prism with a hole punched out of the middle, which I believe they call a pentagonal cylinder.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
No, it's more of a tube. It's more of a tube, Alex. Cylinders are solid. They have no straw property.
It's a pentagonal straw of a building. It's not really a pentagon. Well, pentagon is short for pentagonal straw, the actual shape of the building.
Well, is it a straw or is it more of a donut?
Donuts are straws. Controversial opinion, so are coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs are straws?
Yeah, just the one hole right through the handle. Otherwise, your beverage would come out. Yeah, coffee mugs and straws, same thing. Topological.
That's quite controversial. Controversial. That's wow.
And on certain scales, humans.
I also was just thinking, Alex. More about the Pentagon, and mainly, you know how it looks sort of like a bolt, right? Some would call it a hex nut, but in this case, of course,
it's one of those fire hydrant ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a pent nut.
You need the special. The thing about the Pentagon, Eric, is it unscrews, and that's how you get down into the.
Is that where you get into the secret stuff that they don't want to know, that we don't want to know about?
It's the vault door, but no one has. Everyone just has a hex-sided wrench,
like their
building wrench. No one has a pentagon-shaped building wrench, and it's not like you can buy them.
I mean, that's the problem. Is like when you think about it, like even if you have one of those adjustable, like wrenches, like
it just slips right in that one corner. Yeah,
well, it's not going to do it. Yeah, it's the corner. I mean, also you don't want to bend the corner, like that would be bad. Like you don't want to strip it with like trying to use pliers or anything. So
I mean, nothing worse than a stripped government building. Some would say most of the government buildings these days have been stripped, and they would be correct.
Wow, we are getting deep. Just like how deep the vault underneath the Pentagon goes once you unscrew it.
Goes. Eric, we turn this one into another ranting lunatic rave.
I think we're
just like last episode
at this point.
Well, it's the metaverse, dude. It's getting to me, okay?
That's true. Damn you, Mark Zuckerberg. He's filling our head with money. Alex, I want to go back to where all of our sponsors were fun sponsors, like Homegrown Hops and Big Rosé.
Ooh, those were fun sponsors. Plus, they didn't want to hijack our minds. You know
what? That's it. I'm gonna break down my walls around my metaverse. Sorry, below the lizard people are coming for you. I know you can fend them off, but I'm going right to Mark Zuckerberg and I'm gonna say, listen here, you punk. I don't want your dirty money. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually walking and I'm sort of monologuing while I walk.
That's good. That's good. The wireless headset's helping you out, right?
Hi, Mr. Zuckerberg. How are you doing today? What? You mean we can't leave? But what if I was never here? All right, Alex, I just made some wild hand gestures and some noises. He says that technically we signed a contract, but what he doesn't realize is I didn't sign my name. I signed who are we throwing under the bus for this one?
Oh, I signed. Well, I don't remember who you signed for, but I signed Alex Hines De Wittenklog from Slovenia.
Oh, that's crazy because
That's who I put down.
I signed the Chromium Cassius von Slovenian style, the 19th. So we're good.
And the good news is those guys are managing our bank accounts anyway, so I'm sure we'll still see the money.
So that means the Pimp My Tractor Slovenian boys are they're stuck in the metaverse now, not us.
All right. I'm going to go open a door and walk outside. Oh, Eric, it smells bad. I don't like it out here. There's like traffic.
It's kind of stinky. It's kind of stinky, and there's a lot. There's actually surprisingly an equal amount of conspiracy theories out here.
Yeah, but they're harder to pick up, because like you also can use your eyeballs to see when they're fake. Eric, did you know that this is more breaking news, by the way? I believe Mom has a 13-pound turkey in the fridge. Is that a big turkey or a small turkey?
Well, considering that, let's see, how much do you weigh?
I weigh approximately 12, 14 turkeys.
Well, that's kind of that's oh gosh, that's a little scary because I weigh 17 and a half turkeys.
Yeah, I'm a couple turkeys less than you because I haven't been bulking as much.
All right, well, I got to think this one through. So let's say together we are, what, 30 turkeys? Sure, sounds good. If we're 30 turkeys, and that's only one turkey between the two of us, you got to take out the bones because the bones are...
Well, I got bones too.
Oh, that's a good point. So I guess our bones are comparable to turkey bones, and our gizzards are roughly turkey gizzards. So are you comfortable only eating 1/30th of your body weight?
I mean, like there's other stuff besides turkey. I heard there was going to be meatloaf too.
Oh, meatloaf, and I also heard 80,000 pounds of mac and cheese.
That's a lot of mac and cheese.
You're right. It's not 80,000 pounds. It's 80,000 grams.
Same amount.
It's a lot.
I can't do metric conversions, man.
Well, that's your fault, Alex.
All right, I got another hot number. The numbers week this week, Eric. 26. Do you know what 26 is?
Let's see. The pounds of food I will consume on Thanksgiving.
Close. It's actually the number of tarp loads of leaves that have been trucked out of the yard and into the woods behind the house by Dad.
That I would believe. That
a lot of tarp loads.
What about acorns? How are the acorns doing?
I think acorns are in buckets, and I didn't ask for that number. So mystery.
Well, my bet is 6 wheelbarrows of acorns.
We'll have to get the scoop next week when we're home. Eric, I don't think there's that many acorns. I think it's going to be a nice warm winter this year, according to my trees down here. How are your trees going?
Oh, our trees are bare. All trees are bare.
No, I meant with the acorns. Like, did they dump a ton of... That's how you know if it's going to be a hard winter or not.
Well, the problem is there's not a lot of oaks up here. But, so I couldn't really get a good gauge on that. But I remember when I went home that I saw quite a few acorns, and they were coming.
Okay.
But at the same time, due to global warming and a festering squirrel population that just is out of control, the acorns are extremely limited.
Which is why Eric and I are proud to announce, and this is the last question and or news of the entire podcast, that we are investing in proper muck boots so that when the waters just rise up and just consume, Boston and or Lake Champlain grows 3 times, you can just wade through it.
That's true.
Yeah. That's our new strategy to combat global warming.
That's it.
It's big fat waiters.
I need Santa to give me waiters for Christmas.
I mean, Eric, how many
Alex, wait. Why don't we just go into the waiter business?
That's what I was saying.
That's genius. Think
Plus,
about it.
We got to diversify from Slovenian tractor companies.
Well, now they're trapped in the metaverse, you know.
Now they're trapped in the metaverse, man.
Think about it. The Dewey Bros waiters. We gotta work on that.
We gotta workshop it. We're gonna workshop.
We can workshop it.
Come back next week. We'll figure it out.
We will. And then, hey, everyone, next week we'll get a nice hot podcast out for you on Black Friday, or Brown Thursday, whatever you want to call it. And we'll be ready. We'll have all of our products.
Stay tuned. It's gonna be good. Next week, before we thank all our sponsors here, I mean, we're gonna have a big Thanksgiving party of a podcast.
We will. We really will. All right, Alex. That's all I got. In other news,
we got our sponsors back after we walked out of the metaverse, so we got
the Acorn business. If you're trying to make acorn pies for Thanksgiving, sorry, the squirrels are coming for them, and you'll have to just settle for squirrel stew instead.
Just stick to pumpkin. The squirrels don't like it as much. This podcast, after we got out of our contract with Mark Zuckerberg to be in the metaverse, is, as usual, brought to you by Big Rosé, the wine that makes you nice and happy on the inside.
This podcast is also brought to you by the Dewey Brothers' new product. They're waiters. We're going to work on it, but we're going to plant the idea in your head and just let it fester until you need our waiters.
This podcast, as with everything in the world on the planet Earth, is brought to you by lizard people. That's right. They're secretly in charge.
And we could not have done it without homegrown hops. They're growing. The beers are delicious. We're living our best life, even if the frosts are hitting. Homegrown hops will come back better and stronger than before.
This podcast has wide support from geometry, informing how people build buildings since, I don't know, the 50s, I guess. Geometry. All right, this has been Just Do It, episode 20.
3?
3?
No, 3. 23.
3?
It's 23.
3 of Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Eric.
For the love of God, man.
Just send it.
I don't know, dude. I think Zucky Boy I think he bought it.
I think he did too. Also, we went very long.
Oh, I'm gonna edit so much of this out. Did you you're on a first name basis with old Zucks, right?
Oh, Marky Mark?
Yeah.
Marky Mark and the Zucky bunch?
yeah, those guys.
Yeah, they're pretty tight. They're pretty cool.